परमेश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Let us chant the first verse and the last verse of the Dhyana shlokas together. Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata Narayanena swayam Vyasena krathitam purana madhye mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim bhagavatim ashtadashadhyayinim अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुराः सुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः. So today we will conclude the 7th chapter. As I told you children, I am not explaining every verse to you. All the verses are not explained because it may not be possible for you to fully understand them. So what am I doing? I am giving you the summary of every chapter and then taking only very, very, very important verses or shlokas which you can understand easily. Okay. Now, today we'll talk about what is the meaning of a bhakta or what is the meaning of bhakti. Okay. Bhakti means what? Yesterday somebody asked me this question. What is bhakti? Loving God, love of God, connecting to God, always keeping God on my side in my thoughts, all the time thinking of God whenever I do anything. That is called as bhakti. That means what? Constantly I think of God. Supposing you love somebody like your parents, mother, father. When you love somebody very deeply, that person is always in your thoughts, isn't it? That person is always in your mind. So when you love God like this, very dearly, very deeply, then what happens? All the time you feel that you are connected to God. That connection is not lost at all. All the time you feel that God is there by your side. He is there. God is there by our side always, whether we recognize it or not. Because God said, Bhagavan said, what did he say? This whole universe is nothing but me. I am the cause of this whole world. Wherever you see, whatever you do, I am there. I am behind everything. Therefore, God is always with me. God is inside me. God is outside me. God is next to me. There is not a single time when God is not with me. He's always with me. But then, I am the one who loses this connection. Correct? So what God is telling is, what Bhagavan here Krishna is saying is, may you be constantly having me in your thoughts. How is that? Whenever you do anything, think that you are doing that for me. Okay? Whenever you are talking to somebody, think that you are talking to me. Whenever you are helping somebody, think that you are helping me. Think that in every way, whatever work, whatever transaction, whatever activity you are doing, I am there in that activity. Constantly this way keeping Bhagwan or God in my mind, constantly being connected without disconnecting myself from God. This is called as bhakti, loving God, surrendering to God, okay, trusting God totally. This is what is called as bhakti. And Bhagavan says that one has to be a bhakta. Bhakti is what? Love of God is bhakti. The person who has this deep love for God, such a person is called as a bhakta. And as a bhakta, I have absolute trust in God. Correct? I depend upon God. Whenever I'm helpless, what do? When I'm helpless, when I'm confused, when I'm sad, what do? I take the help of God. That's what Arjuna did, isn't it? He was confused. He didn't know what he should do. He did not know what is his swadharma. He did not know whether he should fight or not, whether it is good to destroy or to kill his own relatives, or what should he do. He was confused. He was sad. He was helpless. Helpless means what? You don't know what to do. That is called helplessness. And what did Arjuna do in that situation? He surrendered to Lord Krishna. Why did he surrender? Because he had love for Lord Krishna. Why did he surrender? Because he trusted that his love for Lord Krishna will take him out of his sorrow and confusion. And what followed? What followed was the entire teaching of Bhagavad Gita, all the 18 chapters. And where are we now? We are in the 7th chapter, correct? And what is Bhagavan saying about the bhaktas? Bhagavan himself, God himself says that people love me in different ways. Okay, today we'll talk about that. Means, what are the types of bhaktas? How many types of bhaktas are there? How do they love God? What is their love for God of different bhaktas? How do they connect with God? That is what Lord Krishna is himself telling. He is himself telling. Okay, so in the 16th shloka of the 7th chapter, very important verse which we have to understand. What does Lord Krishna say? Chaturvida bhajante mam jana sukrutino arjuna artho jignasurartharthi jnani cha bharatarshava. Bharatarshava means it is addressing Arjuna. Arjuna is called as Bharata Vamsha Rishabha. That means what? He is an exalted and a very, very well-known, famous, most, the great person in the Kuru clan. He is in the Bharata Vamsha, Kuru Vamsha. Arjuna is the most exalted Shura Veera, therefore he is called Bharatarshava. Bharata Vamsha Rishabha. Means anybody who's famous is called as a Rishabha. So he is famous as a very, very valorous prince in Bharata Vamsha or Kuru Vamsha. Okay. Now, hey Bharatarshava, may you understand, Krishna is telling, there are 4 types of bhaktas, he says. People connect to me and people love me in various forms. There are 4 types of these bhaktas. Who are they? He names them as number 1, Artha Bhakta. Who is an Artha Bhakta? A Bhakta in distress. Normally, see, a person doesn't remember God normally. Okay? When he's in difficulties, when he has any kind of a distress, then he will remember God. Common, no? Before going for examination previous day, before the exam start, Ganapati temple is so crowded with all the students. There is a line of students. And why so many students? From tomorrow SSLC exam. I had this experience once. When I was passing by a Ganapati temple, I saw a huge line of boys and girls standing there. I was wondering why today suddenly Ganapati temple there is so much rush. Then somebody told me from tomorrow SSLC exam is starting. Therefore, people. So what is this? Normally, those people would not have gone to Ganapati temple once in a year before the examination. During the examination, they will go and visit the temple and ask, hey Bhagwan, let tomorrow's paper be easy. Let me be able to do well. Please pass me in this examination. If I'm passing in this examination, then I will put your karchikai hara, vade hara. Okay, all those things people will literally go and bribe Bhagwan. Now these are called as Artha Bhaktas. That means when you are in trouble, when you are in distress, when you are in a problem and you don't know what to do about it, what do you go? Hey God, please save me, please save me. Okay, so my connection with God as an Artha Bhakta is only when I am in difficulty, when I am in distress. So these are called as the distress bhaktas. Okay, the same example I told you, which is called as Artha Bhakta. Then second bhakta is called as, second type of bhakta is called as Artharthi Bhakta. What is the meaning of Artharthi Bhakta? I want to start something and I know that however much I put my effort, there is something called as God's grace. So before I start anything, I will pray to God. Yenanta pray martini. Hey Bhagwan, please see that whatever I am doing now, let it go without any vignas. Whatever work I am taking up, let it happen smoothly. Correct? That is why before building a house, we do Bhumi Puja, we pray to God. And whenever we enter into the new house, Graha Pravesha, where we pray to God. Why? Because I am taking up any venture, I am doing something. I want constantly that grace of God so that I don't fail, that I am successful in whatever I am doing. Okay? Do you know, children, that people who start business people, when they start business, do you know that they make God as their partner, business partner? And they tell this God, every year, whatever profit I get, 1% of this profit I will put in your hundi. Okay, every year. March, April, every year, they will go and to whichever God they have prayed, they'll go to that temple and put that whatever money. And Bhagwan is their partner. Another person starts a business, goes to his family deity and says, see, hey Bhagwan, hey Devi, hey Amma, hey Ganpati, whoever it is. I'm starting this new venture. I'm starting this business. I don't know whether I'll be successful or not. Hey God, please make me successful. Let my business be successful. Next year at this time, I will come and make a golden kirita for you. Okay? Chitnat kirita madi hakistini. Hinge. All the chinna belongs to Bhagwan, no? In this world. What that one small kirita I make with rolled gold, how it will help? Or what will I say? I will do tulabhara. So 60 kgs of rice or coconut or something I will give you. But then everything in this world belongs to Bhagwan only, no? But I feel happy. I say, please help me in my venture. See that I don't fail. And therefore, I will offer you something. This is an Artharthi Bhakta. Artharthi Bhakta means what? In a certain situation, he wants to see that God's grace is there. He knows, Artharthi Bhakta, that whatever may be my effort, unless there is God's grace, I will not succeed in my effort. So he makes sure that God's grace is there and he prays for God's grace. He is called as Artharthi Bhakta. Now, think of these two people here now. Artha Bhakta, Artharthi Bhakta. When do they think of? Are they constantly connected with God? No. The Artha Bhakta connects to God only when he is in distress. The Artharthi Bhakta connects to God when he has to get something. Fine? That means both these Bhaktas are using Bhagwan as a means. Correct? They are using Bhagwan as a means to reach a certain end. Okay? So Bhagwan is the means. And what is the end? I want this thing, so that is my end. And who's going to help me? Bhagwan is going to help me. So Bhagwan is the means and whatever I want is the end. I am sick or I am drowning. I am in distress. Hey Bhagwan, save me, help me. So Bhagwan is the means, because I know Bhagwan is all powerful. Bhagwan can do anything. So I trust Bhagwan that he will help me. Correct? So what is the goal? Ultimately, the goal is what I want: personal gain. The goal is personal gain. What is the means? Bhagwan is my means. So these two are the first two types of bhakta. Then Krishna says, there is another type of bhakta who is much better than these two. Why? He wants to know me. He wants to understand me. He has total faith and trust in me. But he is not able to understand what I am, who I am. And this bhakta wants to know what is Bhagwan. What is this God? God is telling me that I am everywhere in this world, but I can't see him at all. I can't see you, God. You say you are the cause of this world, but I can't see you anywhere. I only see the world of objects. I don't see you anywhere at all. And you are telling me that you are there everywhere. You are telling me you are there with me. You are telling me you are inside me. You are telling you are outside me. But where do I see you? I don't see you anywhere. So, how do I understand what you are? How do I really see you everywhere? So, Ishvara, hey Bhagwan, oh God, hey Krishna, I want to know you. I want to know what you are. See, it's like when you're doing an experiment in physics or biology or something, you see the result with the experiment, correct? But you want to know how that result came, why that result came, correct? Huh? You put a litmus paper in a solution and the blue litmus becomes red. You saw that. Why that blue became red? I want to know the secret behind it. Experiment has shown. But then what is the secret? What is the reason behind it? I want to know that. That wanting to know is called as jignasa. Jignasa means what? That word is there in Kannada also. You might have heard it. Jignasa means what? I have a desire to know something. That is called jignasa. And here, a jignasu bhakta means what? This bhakta has a deep desire and a deep love for God. He wants to understand what God is. Hey Krishna, who are you? You are looking like an ordinary human being. You are fighting, you are driving Arjuna's chariot. You are helping the Pandavas to fight this war. At the same time, you have done so many things. And now in Bhagavad Gita, you are telling me in this 7th chapter that I am the Paraprakriti, I am the Aparaprakriti, and I am the cause, I am the material and the maker of this whole universe. What is this? I'm not able to understand. So I want to clearly understand you. Without confusion, I want to understand you. I have a deep desire to know you properly the way you are. This kind of a bhakta is called as a jignasu bhakta. This jignasu bhakta is not really much bothered about what he gets from Bhagwan as a personal benefit. He knows that he has to put in his effort. Whatever has to happen will happen, he knows. He uses Bhagwan as a means for what? To know Bhagavan himself. So now see the difference between the Artha and Artharthi Bhakta and the next set, Jignasu Bhakta. Artha Bhakta used Bhagwan as a means. Personal gains as the end. Correct? Artharthi Bhakta also used Bhagavan temporarily as an instrument. Forgot about Bhagavan once his personal gains were fulfilled. Correct? Huh? Isn't it? Huh? There is some things that when you need, you have to catch the feet of anybody. That moment, you will talk nicely to them, get your work done. After that, you have forgotten them. Same thing with Bhagavan also. Now I want my work done. I remember Bhagavan. After that, I have no time to remember Bhagavan. But a Jignasu Bhakta, what does he do? He is not bothered about what he gets from Bhagavan. He does not use Bhagwan as a means to attain his individual goals or ends. What is Bhagwan for a Jignasu Bhakta? Bhagwan is the goal. Bhagwan is the means. Because if I want to know about Bhagwan, if I want to know about God, who can teach me? God only has to teach me, correct? Who else can teach me? Right? If I have to know Bhagwan, if I have to understand what God is, who else can teach me? God only has to come in the form of a guru and teach me. A guru is also equivalent to God. That's why we say Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Correct? Because Guru is also a representative of God. And Guru tells me what God is. Therefore, ultimately, who is a Jignasu Bhakta? Jignasu means the one who wants to know is called as Jignasu. If I am wanting to know science, physics, I am a physics Jignasu. If I want to study, some very higher mathematics, I am a mathematics Jignasu. If I want to know Bhagwan, who am I? Bhagwan Jignasu. I want to know you, Bhagwan. So, I don't have any other means to know you. Nobody can explain to me. Only my scriptures can explain. And what are the scriptures? What are the Shastra? What are the Vedas? These Vedas are also given by you only. Vedas are also taught by you only to the rishis. Therefore, hey Krishna, you are the means, you are the teacher, and you are the end. I want to know you. I want to have knowledge about you. Okay? This person, such a bhakta, is called a Jignasu bhakta. And Krishna, Lord Krishna wants all of us to become Jignasu bhaktas. Okay? There is nothing wrong in being an Artha Bhakta. Nothing wrong in asking for help from Bhagwan when you are in distress. Nothing wrong in asking help from Bhagwan when you are starting something to bless you. Nothing wrong. But then Bhagwan says, sometime or the other, hey human beings, try to grow up. Get out of this personal gain from me and try to understand me. Become Jignasu Bhakta. So, hey Arjuna, all right, you wanted me to be your driver. You wanted me to guide you. I'm doing all that. But Arjuna, you must ultimately want to know me. May you become a Jignasu Bhakta. Why are we studying Bhagavad Gita? Because we are all Jignasu Bhaktas. We want to know what Bhagavan taught Arjuna. Correct? And what Arjuna was taught by Bhagavan? Bhagavan said, I am this whole world. I am the Atma in all the Jivas. Okay? Wherever you see, it is only me that is there. This is what Bhagavan taught about himself to Arjuna. And Bhagavan is teaching that through Bhagavad Gita to us also. Isn't it? So who are we now? We are Jignasu Bhaktas. Why? We are trying to understand. We are trying to understand Bhagavan. We are trying to understand what is God. Through Krishna's words. We are trying to understand who Lord Krishna is. Is he simply an avatara? Is he simply the son of Vasudeva and Devaki? Is he simply the foster son of Yashoda and Nanda? Is he simply the one who killed all these, Kamsachan Muramardanam? What is really this Bhagwan? What is his nature? Bhagwan himself is telling, I am there everywhere. Sūtre maṇi-gaṇā iva. I am like the thread passing through all the beads of the world. Correct? Bhagwan is saying here that I am everything. Therefore, we all here, all of us who are here, who are we? We are Jignasu Bhaktas. At present, when I am talking, when you are listening, we are not thinking of Bhagwan Krishna asking for any personal favors, correct? Are we asking? We are not asking, no? We are not asking Bhagwan, give me this, give me that. We are not asking that. What are we doing in this 1 hour every day for 4 days in a week? We are trying to know, we are trying to understand what Bhagwan is. So who are we? Jignasu Bhaktas. And what does Krishna want us to be? Jignasu Bhaktas always. Doesn't matter if you ask for help. Every time during examination, go to temple, nothing wrong. Ask Bhagwan to help you, nothing wrong. But then, at the back of your mind, remember that Bhagwan is not merely a wish fulfilling person. Bhagwan is somebody whom I should know. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Bhagwan can give what we want. But then, Bhagwan is much more than that. God is much more than that. Therefore, try to know me through the Shastra, through the Vedas. And Arjuna, I am myself telling you who God is, what God is, because I am God. I have come here as an avatara, as Krishna avatara. And I am telling you through Bhagavad Gita who I am, what I am. Try to understand me. Become a Jignasu Bhakta. Okay, so third variety of Bhakta, Jignasu Bhakta. We all should be very, very happy. We should be grateful to our Swami that at this age, you children, you are becoming Jignasu Bhaktas. At your age, I only asked for, I also went to Ganpati temple before exam. Okay, after examination, when I got the result, I also went and put Vadehara. I also did that. At this stage, nobody told me anything about Bhagavad Gita. At your age, I only thought Bhagwan is meant to only fulfill whatever I want. Whenever I call Bhagwan, he will come and fulfill my wishes. Whenever I ask him for anything, he will come and give me what I want and go away. Much, much later, I understood that no, Bhagwan, I should not be misusing Bhagwan like this. What is Bhagwan? I should know him. But you people are at the age of 13, 14, 15. You are trying to understand what is Bhagwan in your own way, in a small way. Doesn't matter. You need not know everything of Bhagavad Gita. You need not know every verse of Bhagavad Gita. But even this much that you are understanding, whatever you are, it is a great blessing of your Swami to make this knowledge available to you. Correct? Do you agree with me? Isn't it? So we are all Jignasu Bhaktas. Correct? Third Bhakta. Then fourth variety of Bhakta, Krishna said, after being a Jignasu Bhakta, the one who knows me exactly the way I am, the one who knows me as Atma, the one who knows me as Brahman, as I described to you in second chapter, in the fourth chapter, I gave you my real nature. The one who understands me the way I am, in my essence, he is called as a Jnani Bhakta. What is the other name given? We studied about this Bhakta in second chapter. We discussed. Arjuna asked this question, and then we said, what are the qualities of this person who is a Jnani Bhakta? He is called as what? Sthita Prajna. Correct? A Sthita Prajna, whom we discussed. You asked me questions also about Sthita Prajna. So who is a Sthita Prajna? He is the Jnani Bhakta. So what four types of Bhaktas we saw? Artha Bhakta, a Bhakta who calls out to Bhagwan or God at the time of distress to get out of the emergency situation. Okay? It is like going to an emergency ward of the hospital. Okay? Like patients coming to doctors. Emergency problem, you come to doctor. After that, many people forget once the emergency is over. It's an Artha Bhakta. Arthati Bhakta. I have some important thing to do and I am expecting success in that. So I pray to God, hey God, let my venture be successful. Arthati Bhakta. So these two people are using Bhagwan as a means to attain their own personal ends. Then comes Jignasu Bhakta. Very, very important and very, very important from Bhagwan's point of view. Jignasu Bhakta means what? I still pray to God for help. I still ask God to help me in examination. I still call out to God when I am not well. I say, Bhagwan, please cure me, please help me. I call out. But then, more important, I want to know what God is. I want to understand God's words in Bhagavad Gita. I want to spend a few hours in a week in trying to understand what Bhagwan or God talks about himself in Bhagavad Gita, like what we people are doing now. He is a Jignasu Bhakta. And ultimately, what is the result that a Jignasu Bhakta gets? Ultimately, he becomes a Jnani Bhakta. Means what? He is a Bhakta, Parama Bhakta. He understands Bhagwan or God fully the way Bhagwan is. How Bhagwan wants us to understand, how God wants us to understand him in exactly the same way. When this Jignasu Bhakta understands what God is, that Bhakta is called as a Jnani Bhakta. Jnani, he's a Sthita Prajna. Okay, Abhay, he's a Sthita Prajna. All right, Bhuvan, Sharad, Vishwas is a Sthita Prajna Bhakta. Now, Bhagwan says, all these four Bhaktas are great. Why? Because they're seeking me. They are asking for my help. But out of these four, who is my favorite? So Krishna wants to tell Arjuna, who is my favorite? Okay, so he says that Uda, that is in the 18th shloka. 18th shloka of the 7th chapter, he says, Udara sarvaye vaite jnani tvatmaiva me matam astita sahi yuktatma mamevānuttamam gatim. So what is Krishna saying here? All the four types of bhaktas are my favorites. Why? They are better than non-bhaktas, correct? Correct? They are at least approaching me at least once in a way when they are in distress. At least when they are starting something and they want some success in their whatever they want to do, they are coming to me. So Bhagwan says, even then I am happy. All the four types of bhaktas are my favorites. But who is the most favorite of me, of these bhaktas? Jnani tu atma eva matam. Jnani is the one who is the dearest to me. Jnani bhakta. Sthita prajna. Why? Because he has understood me absolutely well. Clearly he has understood me. Whatever I want to talk about myself, he has understood. He knows who I am. He knows me to be the cause of this entire world. He knows me to be the material and the maker of this whole world. He knows me to be that power behind everything. He knows me to be that exalted, the most exalted thing in this world. He knows me to be what? What he said yesterday? The taste in water he knows to be me. Raso, ऽhmp, kaunteya. We saw that yesterday. Prabhāsmi, śhaśhi-sūryayoḥ. This Jnani Bhakta knows me to be the very taste of water. This Jnani Bhakta has understood that I am the brightness in the sun and moon. Okay? So, this Jnani Bhakta knows that I am everywhere. I am all over the world. I am the one who is in every atom of this earth, in every atom of this world. I am there. There is no place without me. Every place, everything is only me. Me means what? Bhagavan. This Bhakta, Jnani Bhakta has understood. Therefore, there is no difference between me and him, Bhagavan says. Jnani tu atma eva mama. This Jnani Bhakta is me because he has understood himself to be not different from me. Okay? Therefore, what Krishna says is that, Arjuna, nothing wrong in being an Artha Bhakta and Artharthi Bhakta. But sometime or the other, you have to learn to climb up the ladder of Bhakti, become a Jignasu Bhakta. So what does he say now? That Arjuna, Don't stop at the level of Artha Bhakta and Artharthi Bhakta. Please become a Jignasu Bhakta. Ultimately, your aim should be to be a Jnani Bhakta. And when you become a Jnani Bhakta, you are not different from me. Now also you are not different from me. I don't consider you as different from me. But you do not know yet that you and me are one and the same. Therefore, a Jnani Bhakta knows that he is not different from me. That is the ultimate bhakti. That is the highest bhakti. Artha Bhakta is the first step of bhakti. And Jnani Bhakta is the Sthita Prajna. And a Sthita Prajna has completely come out of all confusion and sorrow. Therefore, hey Arjuna and all of us, hey children, gradually you have to ascend, climb up from Artha Bhakti to Artha Bhakti. Artharthi Bhakti is one and the same level. Become a Jignasu. Okay? Be interested in knowing me and ultimately know me the way I am trying to tell you. Become a Jnani Bhakta. So the 7 chapters important aspect is describing the 4 types of bhaktas. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.